Chapter 1, Introduction to Word Remembering Techniques. Hi, I am Ariel. Today, I want to share some ideas about how to remember words. If you are new to English, you may find it hard to keep new words in your mind. Do not worry. I will show you some easy ways to help you remember words. Learning words is the first step in learning a language. When you know more words, you can speak better. You can understand people and join in conversations. Words are like little keys that open many doors. Each word makes your world a bit larger. Remembering words is very important. Words help you tell your story and share your ideas. They help you write messages and understand books. When you learn many words, you feel more confident. It is like having many colors in your paint box so you can draw a bright picture. Your brain loves clear and simple images. When you learn a new word, try to see a picture in your mind. For example, when you hear the word dog, think of a friendly dog wagging its tail. This simple picture helps your brain hold on to the word. Another way to remember words is to use them in short sentences. This helps you see how words work in real life. For example, if you learn the word happy, you can say, I am happy today because the sun is bright. This way, you not only learn the meaning of the word, but you also learn how to use it. Try to make a simple sentence with every new word you learn. This makes the word more useful and real for you. Repetition is a very strong friend when you learn new words. When you repeat a word, you give your brain many chances to remember it. Think of it like watering a plant. If you water a plant every day, it will grow. In the same way, if you say or write a word many times, it will grow in your mind. Do not feel bad if you forget a word sometimes. This is normal. The more you repeat, the more the word will stay with you. You can say the word out loud or write it in a small notebook. This daily practice is a great way to remember words. It is also very helpful to study words in small groups. Do not try to learn too many words at one time. Take a few words and learn them well. For example, you might learn 3 new words in one day. Then, spend some time using them in sentences. You can make a very short story that uses all 3 words. This helps you see how the words work together. When words are linked, they are easier to remember. Using your senses is another fun way to keep words in mind. When you learn a word, listen to how it sounds and feel its rhythm. Say the word slowly and clearly. Look at a picture that shows the word. If you learn the word lemon, try to imagine its bright yellow color and its sour taste. Use as many senses as you can. This makes each word very vivid in your mind. You can also practice words by testing yourself in a fun way. For example, you can make small cards with the word on one side and its meaning on the other. Look at the card and try to say the meaning in your own words. Then, turn the card over to check if you are right. This little game is a great way to review what you have learned. It makes your study time fun and helps to fix the words in your memory. Another useful idea is to talk with someone. Practice speaking new words with a friend or a teacher. The more you use the words, the more they will become a part of you. Speak slowly and clearly at first. Later, as you become more comfortable, you can join in longer conversations. Do not worry about mistakes. Every time you try, you improve a little more. If you sometimes find a word hard to remember, try to connect it with a word you already know. For example, if you learn the word gigantic, you can think of it as a very big word. It may help to compare it to the word big. This way, your brain can create a link between the new word and the word that is already familiar. When words are connected, they become easier to recall. All of these tips are here to help you remember words and build your English vocabulary step by step. Every new word is like a small victory. With each word you add, you can express yourself better. Even if you learn just a few words today, it is a good start. Keep working every day, and soon you will see your vocabulary grow. Learning words is not a race. You can take your time. Enjoy the process of learning. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every success. Your journey to learn English is full of many small, happy moments. Every word you remember is a step forward on your way to speaking with ease. This lesson is the beginning of a longer journey. We will learn many techniques to help you remember words better. Today, we focused on a few simple steps: looking at pictures, writing short sentences, repeating words, testing yourself, and linking new words with old ones. All these methods work well together. They help your brain keep words and use them when you need them. Thank you for reading this lesson. I hope you feel ready to try these ideas. Every day, try to learn and remember new words. With a little practice each day, you will soon find that remembering words is not hard at all. Enjoy your journey and let every word bring you closer to speaking English with confidence and joy. Chapter 2: Visualization Technique. Today, we will learn about using pictures in your mind to help remember words. This method is called visualization. It is a fun and easy way to hold words in your memory. When you learn a new word, try to see a clear picture of it. Close your eyes and think of what the word looks like. This simple act makes the word much easier to recall later. When you hear a word, take a moment to think of an image. For example, if you learn the word apple, see a bright red apple with a small green leaf in your mind. Imagine its smooth skin and even a small shine on it. This mental image will help your brain keep the word safe for a long time. Visualization works well because our minds love pictures. When we see a picture, it sticks in our memory. It is easier for us to remember an image than a list of sounds or letters. This is why using visual images when you learn words can make your studies much lighter and more fun. You do not need any art skills to use this technique. All you need is your mind's eye. When you try to remember a word, focus on one clear image. Keep the picture simple and bright. The clearer the image, the easier it will be for you to recall the word. Let the picture fill your mind and become part of the word. In your daily practice, take a new word and create a strong picture for it. This picture can be a real object or something that represents the word in your own way. For instance, if you learn the word cat, think of a small, soft cat with bright eyes. You might even remember a cat you have seen before. Use that memory to make the word more personal. The key is to add as many details as you can. Try to see the shape, the color, and even the texture of the object. If you learn the word forest, picture many tall trees with green leaves and a little light filtering through. The details help your mind hold on to the word. You do not need to be perfect with your image. Even a rough idea is good enough to help you remember. Another tip is to connect the new word with something you already know. If the word sounds like another word, use that similarity to create a mental picture. For example, if you learn the word breeze, you might think of a gentle wind moving through a field. This connection makes the new word feel less strange. It links to an image or a memory you already have. It is also useful to make the picture move. Instead of just a still image, imagine the word in action. Think of a running dog when you learn the word run. The movement makes the picture more alive in your memory. You can also imagine sounds or feelings with the picture. If you think of the word rain, try to feel the drops falling and hear the soft sound. Using more of your senses makes the image stronger. Take your time with each new word. Do not rush the picture in your mind. The slower you build the image, the better it stays with you. Practice looking at an object in real life and then closing your eyes to recall it. This exercise will help you see the difference between a weak image and a strong one. Over time, you will build a bank of clear pictures that match many words. When you study with this method, try to use a notebook or a piece of paper. Write the new word, and next to it, describe the picture in simple words. For instance, for the word sunflower, you can write big yellow flower with a brown center. This small note can help you if you forget the picture. Then, every time you see the word, read your note and close your eyes to see the image. It is important to practice every day. Even if you only spend a few minutes with this technique, it adds up. With regular practice, you will find that the images in your mind become vivid and strong. You will start to associate words with pictures almost automatically. This helps you remember the word when you need it in speaking or writing. Do not worry if the images change over time. It is natural for your picture to evolve. The important part is that you remember the word. Sometimes the image might be different each time you see it. That is okay, as long as the idea of the word stays the same. Each new picture still ties back to the word itself. You can try this method on many types of words. Even for words that are not easy to picture, try to think of a symbol or a sign that represents the idea. For example, for the word friend, you can imagine a smiling face, a handshake, or two people talking happily. These images capture the heart of the word, making it easier to call to mind when you need it. This simple way of learning can make your English study more exciting. It turns word memorization into a creative game. Every new word you learn is like a small drawing in your mind. You are building a gallery of pictures that help you talk and write better. As you add more words, your mental gallery grows. Soon, you will have a rich collection of images that help you use English with more confidence. In the end, remember that visualization is a tool to help your learning. It does not matter if your pictures are not perfect. The goal is to use your creativity to bring words to life in your mind. With each new word, spend a moment to see its image clearly. Practice this often and enjoy the beauty of learning through simple pictures. Your mind will thank you, and soon you will find that remembering words is easier than you ever thought possible. Chapter 3: Connecting Words with Similar Ones Today. We learn another step in remembering words. This method is called connecting words. It helps you link a new word with a word you already know. When words are connected in your mind, they become easier to recall. You start to see a small family of words that share a similar meaning. This makes your new vocabulary feel familiar and friendly. When you meet a new word, ask yourself if it is like any word you already know. For example, if you learn the word gigantic, you can think of the word big. Both words tell you something about size, but gigantic means very big. This simple link makes gigantic easier to remember. The more you practice linking words, the stronger these connections will become in your mind. You can try to group words that have similar meanings. Imagine you learn 3 words that all describe small size. They may be tiny, mini, and little. By grouping these words together, you create a small network in your brain. When you remember one, the others come along too. This grouping makes learning new words less difficult and more fun. It is a good idea to write your words down in a notebook. On one page, write a new word, and next to it, write a word you already know that has the same meaning. For example, you might write joyful and then happy beside it. When you look at your notebook later, you will see your connections written down. This practice will help your brain to link the words naturally. The more you write and read these pairs of words, the more they will stick with you. Talking about words with a friend or teacher can help a lot too. When you share your connections, you say the words out loud. This makes the connection stronger. For instance, you can say, I learned that cheerful is like happy. Hearing your voice makes your brain work harder to keep the memory of the word. Each time you discuss and share a word, you build a bigger network of words in your mind. Another way to connect words is to think of their sounds or look. Some new words sound like words you already know. When the sound is similar, it creates a natural link. For example, if you learn the word slender, you might connect it with skinny. They both talk about being thin. This sound or look similarity can help you remember the new word more quickly. Sometimes a word may seem unique at first. In these cases, try to find an opposite word. If you learn a word like cold, think of the word hot. Opposites are easy to remember because they set up a clear contrast in your mind. This method of linking opposites builds a strong system for learning many new words. You can also make a little story in your head. When you create a short story that uses both a new word and a known word, you form a vivid picture. For example, if you learn ancient and you already know old, think of a story about an old castle. This story helps your brain understand that ancient means very old. The story you create, even if it is very simple, can tie the new word to something real in your life. Take time with each new word. Do not rush the process. Look at the word, think of its meaning, and then search your mind for a familiar word that feels close in meaning. This little pause helps build the connection. Over time, your brain will start to use these links without much thought. It becomes a habit, and habits help you remember words for a long time. Practice is very important. Each day, try to learn a few new words. Then spend a few minutes each day reviewing them with the connections you made. You can say to yourself, this word means the same as that word. By repeating these connections, you reinforce the links in your memory. With time, you will see that words are not isolated ideas. They are parts of a larger network that you create step by step. Every small connection you build is like adding a brick to a strong wall. When you have many bricks, you have a solid structure of vocabulary that supports your speech and writing. Your network of connected words will help you find the right word faster when you speak. This makes your conversation smoother and more enjoyable. Do not worry if you sometimes forget a link. It is normal for memory to need more practice. Keep using the method every day. Soon, you will notice that you are better at linking new words with words you already know. Each time you make a connection, you build confidence and improve your language skills. Remember that connecting words is like making new friends. Each word is a friend that you add to your group. The more friends you have, the easier it is to talk and share ideas. Enjoy the process of building your network. Every connection you make is a step towards speaking English with more ease and joy. Keep practicing and let each new word join your growing family. Chapter 4: Repetition and Practice with New Words. Today, we learn about repetition. Repetition means saying or writing a word many times. It is a simple and strong way to help your mind remember new words. When you repeat a word, you water it like a plant. Every time you see or say it, the word grows stronger in your memory. This method is very helpful for beginners because it builds a solid base for learning English. When you first learn a new word, try to say it out loud a few times. Then write it on a piece of paper. Look at the word again later in the day. This small act of reviewing makes the word stick with you. It is like putting a drop of water on a seed. With many drops each day, the seed turns into a strong plant. Repetition is like these drops that help your memory grow. Another way to use repetition is by making flashcards. Write the new word on one side and its meaning on the other. Look at the card and try to remember the meaning. Then flip the card to see if you are right. This game with cards makes repetition fun and keeps your brain active. Each time you test yourself, your memory gets a little stronger. With flashcards, you review words many times without getting bored. You can also use a notebook for practice. Write each new word along with a simple sentence that uses the word every day. Read your notebook and say the words out loud. This daily review makes your learning steady and sure. Over time, you will see that your notebook becomes a friend that helps you remember many new words. It is normal to forget words sometimes. Do not worry if a word slips from your mind. When you see it again, repeat it many times. Mistakes are part of learning. Each mistake is a chance to try again. Every time you repeat a word, your mind remembers it a little better. With each practice, the word finds a safe place in your memory. Another good idea is to use spaced repetition. This means you review a new word a few minutes after you learn it, then a few hours later, and then the next day. Spaced repetition gives your mind time to absorb the word before you see it again. This method helps to move the word from short term to long term memory. It is a small habit that makes a big difference in how well you remember. Practice can also be fun when you work with a friend. Ask your friend to quiz you on new words. Say a word and ask what it means. Or ask your friend to say a word so you can answer with its meaning. Talking with a friend helps you use repetition in conversation. It is a great way to make learning feel like a game. When you play this game often, your new words become as natural as the air you breathe. Using your phone or computer can add more fun to repetition. Many free apps help you study vocabulary by showing you words and testing your memory. These apps often have games that let you repeat words in a playful way. This modern way of practicing is exciting and easy. It gives you extra chances to say and hear your new words, which makes them stick in your mind. Do not forget to speak your new words in everyday conversations. Every time you speak English, try to use the new words you are learning. For example, if you learn the word happy, you might say, I am happy today because the sun is shining. When you use the word naturally, it becomes part of your vocabulary. Speaking out loud is one of the best ways to practice repetition because it trains your ears and your mouth to work with the word. Listening to your own voice also helps. You can record yourself saying a word or a simple sentence with the word. Later, listen to the recording. Hearing your voice reminds your mind of the word. This is another form of repetition that uses sound to help you learn. It shows you that there are many ways to repeat words and make them part of your life. Remember that it is best to study in short sessions every day. Trying to learn too many words at one time can be overwhelming. Instead, choose a few new words and work with them until they feel comfortable. A little practice each day makes your memory stronger over time. With each short session, your vocabulary will grow steadily. It is like adding a small brick to a big wall that supports all your English skills. Every day, be sure to set aside a few minutes for repetition. This small daily habit will change your learning journey. Over time, you will see that repetition makes even the hardest words easier to remember. Your English will improve, and you will become more confident when you speak or write. Repetition and practice create a bridge to understanding and using your new words every day. Keep practicing with care and patience. Each word you repeat is a step toward better English. With every review, your memory becomes a little stronger. Enjoy each repetition as a small victory. Soon, you will notice that your new words are part of your daily conversations. Repetition is the key to making your learning last. Stay consistent, and your efforts will shine bright in your journey to master English. Chapter 5: Contextual Learning with Words and Sentences. Today, we learn a new way to remember words. This method is called contextual learning with words and sentences. When you use words and sentences, they feel more natural. You will learn them when you use them in real life. It is easier to remember words when they are part of a sentence. This way, you know how to use the word when talking or writing. Words and sentences form a small story in your mind. They give meaning to the word. Without context, the word can seem empty. With context, the word has a clear place and use in your life. When you see a word used in a sentence, you understand its meaning better. For example, the word bright is not only a word, it can show that the sun is shining or that a person is smart. When you learn bright by reading "The sun is bright today," you see what bright means. It comes alive in your mind. Try to read simple sentences that show new words. This is one step to build a strong vocabulary. Learning words in context also makes reading easier. When you read a book or a simple story, the sentences help you understand the meaning of new words. Your brain works with the flow of ideas. The word is seen in the place it should be. This makes the learning process smooth. Even if you do not know every word, you can guess some by the sentence. This guessing builds your skill in English. Over time, you become more confident reading and speaking. Another way to practice is to create your own simple sentences with new words. You can write a short sentence every day. For example, if you learn the word happy, you can write, "I feel happy when I play with my dog." This practice makes the word useful and real for you. Write more sentences. When you write, you use the word many times. This repetition in sentences helps you remember the word longer. It is good to make sentences that are related to your life. When a word is connected to your own experience, it feels special. For example, if you learn delicious, you can write, "The bread from the bakery is delicious." Here you see the word with something you know. This method makes learning fun and personal. Try to use words that you learn in your day-to-day life. When you speak with friends or family, use the new words. This makes the learning process natural. Sometimes you can also listen to sentences. You may listen to simple conversations or recordings that use everyday words. Listen carefully to how the words sound in a sentence. This will help you learn both meaning and pronunciation. When you hear a word used in a sentence, you feel the rhythm of the language. Listening is a good way to learn words in context. It connects speaking, writing, and hearing the language together. Making simple stories with new words can be another fun practice. Try to create a short story using 2 or 3 new words. For example, if you learn the words fast, car, and city, you may write, "The fast car raced through the busy city." When you write a story, you imagine a scene in your mind. This makes the words clearer and easier to remember. When you tell a story, you use your imagination. Your brain links the words with a visual memory. This is a strong way to learn. Do not worry if your sentences are very simple. Simple sentences are good for learning. They help you understand the basic meaning of the words. Every sentence you write or speak gives you more practice. With every new sentence, your memory grows. English is a language built on many small sentences that come together. It is important to start with what you know and build from there. It is also helpful to review the sentences you create. Go back and read the sentences you wrote. See if you remember the meaning of every word. This review helps strengthen the connection between the word and its meaning. Each time you read a sentence, the word comes back to your mind. With practice, these words will become part of your everyday language. You can also ask a friend or teacher to help. They can give you feedback on your sentences. This makes you more aware of how to use the words correctly. It is a shared learning experience that can boost your confidence. In this way, you learn from others and improve together. Sharing your work is a good habit that helps both you and your friends. Learning words in context is like putting pieces of a puzzle together. Each word fits into a sentence, just as a puzzle piece fits into a bigger picture. With practice, you will see the whole picture come to life. Every new word is a piece that adds to your language skill. Soon, you will be able to understand long stories and express your ideas clearly. Using sentences in your study time is a daily habit. It is best to choose a few new words each day and then write them in sentences. Even 5 words a day can make a big change over time. Small daily steps lead to big achievements. When you practice regularly, you build a strong foundation in English. It is also useful to mark the parts of the sentence. Notice how the word is used as an adjective, a noun, or a verb. For beginners, this can help you see the pattern of language. For example, in the sentence, the red apple is juicy. The word red describes the apple. Learning how a word works in a sentence helps you use it correctly later. With time, you will start to see these patterns naturally. Sometimes, you may feel unsure about a new sentence. Do not be afraid to ask for help. A teacher or a friend can show you simple sentences with the word you find difficult. This collaboration makes learning easier. When you see more examples, you understand better. Remember, there is no rush. Take your time and enjoy each new word as it fits into a sentence. It is good to use a dictionary that gives examples of sentences. Many simple dictionaries show you how a word is used in everyday language. Look at these examples and try to make your own sentences. They serve as a guide and make you feel more secure. Each sentence you learn adds to your strength in English. Soon, you will notice a change in your reading and speaking skills. As you write and speak, try to feel the flow of the sentence. Notice how each word connects to the next. This feeling is the natural rhythm of English. When you are comfortable with this rhythm, you find it easier to build longer sentences in the future. It is like learning to dance with words. You need practice to feel the rhythm. With each sentence, you join the dance. Sometimes, using words in context can also be fun. Try to write a funny sentence or a short joke using a new word. When learning is fun, you remember words better. Laughter and joy make the brain work in a creative way. Do not worry if your sentence is silly. Every word you use helps you become better at English. Enjoy the process and let each sentence help you grow your language skill. Chapter 6: Using Flashcards and Memory Games. Today, we learn a fun way to remember words. This method uses flashcards and memory games. Flashcards are little cards that help you review words. On one side, you write a new word. On the other side, you write its meaning or a simple sentence with the word. When you look at the card, try to say the meaning from memory. Then, check the other side to see if you are right. This small game helps your mind hold the new word. Using flashcards is very easy. All you need is a stack of cards or paper slips. Each day, take a few cards and look at them one by one. Say the word out loud and try to remember what it means. Do this slowly and clearly. If you make a mistake, do not worry. Look at the card again and try to remember next time. With practice, you will see that your brain begins to remember the words faster. Flashcards can be used on paper. You can also use a phone or computer. Many free apps help you make flashcards. These apps show you the word and then quiz you. They sometimes add a fun timer or points to keep you motivated. You may choose the way that feels best for you. The most important thing is to review the words often. Memory games are another simple way to learn new words. In a memory game, you try to find matching pairs. For example, you write a new word on one card and its meaning on another card. Shuffle all the cards and place them face down on a table. Then, turn over two cards at a time. If they match, you keep them. If they do not match, turn them back over. This game not only makes you remember the words, but it also trains your mind to see connections. You can play these memory games with a friend or by yourself. If you play with a friend, you take turns to flip the cards. This makes learning a social and fun activity. Both of you can see the words and meanings and then talk about them. Talking about the words helps even more to fix them in your memory. Even if you play alone, the game helps you to use your thinking skills and recall the words. A good way to start is by choosing 5 or 6 new words each day. Write each word and its meaning on flashcards. Then, play the memory game with these cards several times. With every round, you will remember the words better. The more rounds you play, the stronger your memory becomes. It is like training your brain to be more active and sharp. Do not feel discouraged if you forget at first. It is very normal to forget new words sometimes. The goal is to practice every day. When you review the cards again and again, you give your brain a chance to learn. Little by little, the words stick in your mind. Soon, you will not need to look at the meaning. The word will come to you naturally. You can also create a special place in your study space for your flashcards. Keep them in a small box or on a desk. Every day, before or after your other studies, take a few minutes to play with the flashcards. Try to focus on the words without any rush. Make this a calm moment in your day. With a regular routine, you build a strong habit that makes learning easier. Another idea is to write a short sentence on each flashcard. For example, if the word is bright, you can write, "The bright sun warms the day." When you see the word, your brain will also see the small sentence. This shows you how the word is used. You can use simple words to build the sentence. This extra step makes your learning richer. It gives you both the word and its use in everyday speech. You may also turn flashcards into a fun challenge. Try to beat your own time to recall the meanings. Look at each card and say the word and its meaning as quickly as you can. Then check your time. Each day, try to do the job a little faster. This game helps to keep your mind active and makes your review exciting. Memory games can sometimes include drawing pictures or matching words with images. For example, if you learn the word flower, you can draw a small flower next to the word on the card. Seeing both the word and the picture helps your brain to link them. When you see a card with a picture, the meaning of the word comes back to you more easily. Pictures are very strong helpers in memory, and they make learning fun. Using flashcards in memory games makes your study time playful. It feels less like work and more like a game. When learning is fun, you are more likely to keep practicing. Each time you play these games, your mind grows stronger and your vocabulary gets bigger. Enjoy this simple method every day. Remember to take breaks if you feel tired. Short sessions of flashcards and games are much better than one long session. With regular practice, your brain will change slowly and steadily. Over time, you will see many words come into your memory with little effort. Keep playing, keep learning, and soon the new words will become part of your daily speech. Enjoy your journey with flashcards and memory games. Chapter 7: Speaking and Using New Words Out Loud. Today, we learn a new way to practice words. This method is all about speaking the new words out loud. When you say words out loud, they come alive in your mind. It makes the word real and easy to use. Speaking is an important step in learning a language. Your mouth and your ears work together as you speak. When you speak, you hear the word, and that sound helps your memory. Talking with others makes your new words stick. One way to practice is to say words in a simple sentence. For example, if you learn the word excited, you can say, I am excited to learn English. Saying a sentence like this makes the word clear. It shows you how the word can be used. This simple action turns the word into part of your daily life. Another good idea is to speak with a friend or a teacher. When you talk with someone, you use your new words to share your ideas. Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes help you learn. Every time you speak, you become more comfortable with English. The more you use the words, the faster they will come to you. You can also record your voice. Use your phone to record yourself saying a word or a sentence, then listen to the recording. This way, you hear your pronunciation and learn where to improve. It might feel strange at first, but it is a very useful tool. Hearing your own voice gives you clear feedback. This tool helps you sound more natural and confident over time. A simple exercise is to choose a few new words each day. Say them one by one, slowly and clearly. Then put them in a short sentence. For example, for the word happy, say, I feel happy today because the sun is shining. Speak each sentence 3 times. This will help your brain keep the word. Do this exercise until you feel that the words are part of you. Sometimes it is helpful to practice in front of a mirror. When you stand in front of a mirror and speak, you see yourself speaking. This may seem strange, but it helps you see your mouth and hear your words. It is like being in a little classroom with yourself. Your reflection becomes a friend who listens to you. Practice speaking clearly and with a smile. A smile can make your voice sound warm and friendly. It is also good to practice speaking every day. Even if you speak for just a few minutes, it will help. Make it a habit to say your new words out loud when you wake up or before you go to sleep. This daily practice makes your memory stronger. Over time, you will notice that speaking becomes natural and easy. You will look forward to using your new words in your daily life. Try to use the words in a conversation. Even if you do not speak with someone else, talk to yourself in English. Describe your day or tell a simple story. For example, say, I went to the park and saw many trees. This method allows you to practice without fear. Speaking to yourself is a great way to get used to the language. Another fun exercise is called shadowing. Shadowing means you listen to a short sentence in English and then repeat it right away. You can find simple recordings of English sentences online. Listen carefully and then say the same sentence at the same time. This exercise helps you match the speaker's speed, tone, and rhythm. It may seem difficult at first, but with practice, it becomes easier. Shadowing improves both your speaking and listening skills. You can also play word games with speaking. Ask a friend to play a game where you take turns saying words and forming sentences. Set a small challenge, like using a new word in a funny sentence. Games make learning fun and relaxing. They also help your brain work faster to remember the words. When learning is fun, your memory grows without extra effort. When you speak out loud, your body joins the learning too. Your lips, tongue, and ears work together. This movement helps your brain store the word. It is like a small dance that makes your words stick. With enough practice, the dance becomes smooth and natural. Each time you speak, you practice this dance and get better at it. It is okay to speak slowly at first. Do not worry about speaking perfectly. Every time you practice, you improve little by little. Be kind to yourself and enjoy each moment of speaking. With time, you will gain confidence. Your voice will become a tool that helps you share your thoughts clearly. Sometimes it helps to ask for feedback. If you speak with a teacher or friend who knows English, ask them to listen and tell you what can be improved. Their advice will guide you. You may also join a group or class where you practice speaking together. Listening to others helps you learn new ways to use your words. In this method, consistency is very important. Even if you speak for just a few minutes every day, you build your skill step by step. Think of it as building a small stone wall. Each word you speak is like a stone that adds strength. Before long, you will have a strong wall of words that supports you when you speak. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. When you make a mistake, see it as a chance to learn something new. Every error you correct makes your spoken English better. Remember, everyone starts as a beginner. It is normal to stumble over words at first. Over time, you will speak more clearly. Each effort you make is a step forward. Sharing your spoken words with others brings joy. When you speak with friends, family, or classmates, you learn new ways to use your words. You hear different ideas that make your vocabulary even more useful. It is a journey where every word you speak builds your English skills. Practice speaking every day. Enjoy the moments when your new words come to life. Your voice is strong and steady, and with time, speaking English will feel as natural as breathing. Each word you speak helps you on your journey to learn English. Stay confident and enjoy your speaking journey. Your voice matters, and every word you speak is a victory. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and let the joy of speaking shine through. You are doing great, and every day your words become stronger and clearer. Speak with passion and let your new words guide you. Every day, each sentence brings you closer to speaking English with ease and joy. Your practice today lights the way for a bright future in English.